Hello, I'm Josh Pyke. I'm the author of this book, Lights Out Leonard, beautifully illustrated by Chris Nixon. And I'm going to read it to you right now. So here we go. This is Lights Out Leonard. Leonard was not afraid of the dark. That would be silly. No, Leonard was afraid of the things that hid in the dark. When it was time to go to sleep, Leonard's mum kissed him goodnight. "Lights out, Leonard," she said. But Leonard cried, "No! There's a 3-headed, 8-armed, 12-legged, hairy, scary-faced creature in the corner. Please leave the lights on." 5 minutes, Leonard, his mum sighed. Leonard could hear her footsteps creak down the hallway and imagined her snuggling on the couch with Dad. Soon his dad came quietly into the room. "Lights out, Leonard," he said gently, seeing Leonard's eyes already half closed. But Leonard cried, "No!" And can you see his eyes here? One eye is closed, and on the other side of the page, one eye is open. "There's a 5-nosed, 7-tailed, 11-handed, scaly-waly monster in the corner. Please leave the lights on." 5 minutes, Leonard, his dad sighed, and he headed back down the hallway to the kitchen, where Leonard imagined him putting the kettle on the stove for a cup of tea. There's his dad. He looks very tired, doesn't he? And here's Leonard looking at these big monsters. Do you think they're real? I'm not sure either. Soon, both his parents crept back into the room to check on Leonard and saw him lying on his back like a starfish with his eyes closed. There he is. "Lights out, Leonard," his mum whispered, reaching over to switch off the light. But Leonard cried, "No! There's a shadowy, bat-winged, 2-fanged, darty, farty, smelly-bellied, flying beast in the corner. Please leave the lights on." Oh gosh, there's this creature over in the corner. I still don't know if it's real though. His mum and dad both sighed. They were tired. I bet Leonard's tired too. So that night, the lights in Leonard's room stayed on. And the next night was the same. And the next. Look at Leonard here. He looks like he's having a party. In fact, all that week, the lights stayed on in Leonard's room. Leonard saw beasts. He saw shadowy creatures and slithery monsters. And every time his mum or dad kissed him goodnight and said those 3 words, "Lights out, Leonard," Leonard cried, "No!" One day, Leonard found a book on his bed that he'd never seen before. The title was quite mysterious. Look, here's the title here. How to Frighten Monsters. Inside was a list of things that would terrify any beast. And at the back of the book was a page that could be torn out and used as a sign. Sounds pretty cool. He opened the book and read, 1. Minty breath. This makes monsters feel so sick they shrivel up and disintegrate into a pile of dust. 2. Tidy bedrooms. There's nowhere for monsters to hide in a tidy bedroom, so they panic and promptly explode. Number 3, teddy bears or other cuddlies, the traditional enemies of all monsters. If monsters come within 5 paces of a cuddly, they will be ejected straight through the ceiling and onto the moon. Wow. Gentle music. Monsters cannot stand it. It makes them go flat like pancakes and their ears dry up like old Play-Doh. God, I didn't know that. And 5, this is my favourite one. Number 5. Kisses from parents. The spit of parents has special magical powers, creating a protective force field around a child. If monsters come too close, it is immediately zapped like a bug and sucked into a vortex, never to be seen again. Well, that's a lot of good strategies there for Leonard to follow to get to bed without being scared of the dark. So that night, Leonard stuck the sign on his bedroom door. This is what the sign says. "Beware of the child." I like it. And then he set about doing all the things that the book told him to do. And you can see that Chris Nixon has done this beautiful series of illustrations where it runs through all the steps. So Leonard's put up the poster with a sticky tape. He's brushing his teeth. He's checking under all the beds and the chairs and in the corners. He's got all his cuddlies. And finally he's putting on, which way is it? Putting on some music to scare away those monsters. Do you think it's going to work? Finally, he climbed under his covers. "Lights out, Leonard," his mum said softly. But Leonard cried, "No! You forgot something." So his mum gave Leonard a huge wet kiss on the cheek and then tiptoed out of the room. Do you think it's worked? And that night, the lights in Leonard's room stayed off. Good night, Leonard. So that's my book, Lights Out, Leonard, illustrated by Chris Nixon. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys found some strategies in there to help you deal with bedtimes too. See you later.